chess, right? So
นะคะไลฟ์นะคะ
9 ball.
เซอร์ไพรส์มากค่ะมาดามคุณนายน้ำพริก
Put the one in front.
มาเซอร์ไพรส์วันเกิดนะคะ เก๋มากมาเสร็จเห็นพี่ชอนสามีเป็น professional เล่นบริเลียก็ขอให้พี่ชอนสอนให้
อันนี้ไม่เคยเรียนแต่ว่าที่บ้านเพิ่งจะมีโต๊ะพูลเลยต้องให้สามีซึ่งเป็น professional นะคะ
สามีเพื่อน
สามี
สามีเพื่อน
ที่เป็น professional ด้านบิลเลียนนี่มา
พี่ชอน say hi my husband Sean so handsome
แท็กฉันอยากแท็ก
เรียบร้อยแล้วค่ะ
โอเค
Alright,
now
so
ready to learn
9 ball.
โอเค
It's played more at the pro level in the U.S. So
Okay.
1 in the front, 9 in the middle.
oh so you have a number
I would recommend, it's not rule, but I would
Okay.
recommend putting the 2 on the side and 3 in the back.
one second you said oh okay
So,
okay I got it.
and you want to create a diamond,
Okay.
diamond shape.
เห็น diamond shape ไหมคะ
The
Hi,
rule
hi, hi.
is 1 in the front, 9 in the middle, because you
Okay.
have to hit the 1 for it to be a clean shot.
โอเค
The 9 you're trying to make in the pocket on the break.
โอเค
The 2 and the 3 I place here, so I'm spreading the balls out so they split evenly. You don't have to
Right.
play it that way. The rule is 1 in the middle, or 1 in the front, 9 in the middle.
โอเค
Then what you do is you take your hands and you literally put them in the back of the rack
โอเค
and you roll it and you put that's a tight rack.
โอ
See
เค
it? You put the 1 directly on the dot. See this dot here?
โอเค
You put it directly
so
on.
basically if at my house the table that have a dot you have to put like find some dot to put it
Well, there's diamonds. See these diamonds? They're here for a reason. Watch.
oh okay
So this diamond,
uh-huh
this diamond, if you don't have a dot,
okay
that's fine. But these diamonds are here for a reason. So
okay
the diamonds,
uh-huh
these 2
สวัสดี
diamonds,
ค่ะพี่อ้อ
there's a dot here in the middle of the second diamond back.
Okay.
So everything's like laid out
right
geometric. So it's
uh-huh
geometry. So that's why the diamonds are here. This is in the center of the table, in the middle of the second diamond. So even if you didn't have this here, the sticker, you can play the second diamond back,
okay
and you roll this, and you put it on, directly on,
uh-huh
or in the middle of,
okay so on the diamond
in the center of,
okay center of that
okay, center of the, okay. So then you pull this
so
off.
basically the first one should be on the top
The one should be in the front.
right
You have so the rules in 9 ball are hit the 1, then the 2, then the 3, then the 4. You're
Okay.
playing balls consecutively.
okay
If you make the 9 at any given time, you win the game.
okay
That's called a carom.
right
Carom shot is a billiard shot where you're playing off a ball into another.
okay
But the idea is to play the balls in order. So you
okay
play the 1, then you play the 2, then you play the 3, then you play 4, and through. So that's why the 1 has to be in the front, because you have to hit the 1
Oh,
first.
okay.
Now,
ไม่อยากไปเห็นตรงนี้ไม่ให้
Watch.
สีขาวแล้ว
when I roll this rack off, I pull it forwards,
so
and I
then
pull it off. See how that pulled off? So I moved it. So watch.
okay
Pull back,
uh-huh
sit it,
uh-huh
let it connect, pull off, and I come
so
off.
it's stay
Yeah. Now, the goal is these have to be frozen. So the 1 has to touch the 8 and the 5, or you won't be able to make the 9 on the side.
I see.
If I do a 9 ball break,
okay I see okay
the 9 will roll in the side pocket if these are frozen. If they're loose, however, when you pull it and this is not touching these balls, you cannot make the 9 break.
right
So you want it to be, look, you want it to be, see how that's frozen? When I set it here, you want it to be frozen. So watch,
So
watch,
basically-
watch.
okay
Roll off, pull up. It's completely 100% frozen.
okay
Okay, so
so basically you allowed to do that right in any games at the start
you have to.
have to,
It's
okay.
every single game starts the same way. Put the 1 in the front, the 9 in the middle. The rest of the balls can be anywhere you want. They have to be frozen to make the 9 ball break.
okay
Watch. So then you take a you always chalk up. So
How you call that?
any single, this is a break cue, not a shooting cue. This is a break cue. So there's two different cues. This is a break cue. This is a shooting cue.
So what are the difference?
So this is a phenolic tip. From here up is composite plastic. It's hard as a rock.
Okay.
This is a harder, firmer shaft.
Okay.
And when you break, it's only for breaking only. This, on the other hand, there's usually 3 different grades of leather: soft, medium, and hard. This is a ferrule, and this is wood, right? Different type of wood. Sorry, different type of wood. And this is designed for shooting. So one's for breaking, one's for shooting. So let's just go with the break cue. With the break. So what you want to do every single time you break, single time you shoot, you want to chalk the tip of the cue. Make sure the entire tip is blue. Okay, so I come across the top in a circular.
Hello,
And I'm rotating this cue, and I'm coming across to make sure that it's completely covered in chalk. Then I take this and this is a 9-ball break. So there's an 8-ball break and a 9-ball break. The 8-ball break is here. Well, I'm going to show you the diamonds on the table again. So if you place a cue here, crossing 2 diamonds, and these 2 diamonds, there's a 9-ball break in this box. See this box right here? If you play it inside the box, and you play this 1 ball straight from here, the 9 will roll here. That's your 9-ball break. But you have to hit it with 6 o'clock on the ball. There's 6 point, actually, sorry, I apologize, 12 points of English on the ball. So look at the cue ball like a clock. Right? So every cue ball is like a clock. So you have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just like a clock. Just picture picture a clock on a ball. Okay? It's the easiest way for me to explain English initially to students. Right. Just picture a clock. Okay. And so when I say put the cue ball in the box, use this diamond, you create a box, you place it here, right in the corner of the box. Okay. And you're shooting 6 o'clock.
Okay, so it's just like
6 o'clock.
over here, yes. Except
Here.
on the bottom.
When I hit 6 o'clock, I'm not just hitting 6 o'clock, I'm going through 6 o'clock, into the table, into the 1.
Okay.
That's going to make the 9-ball roll here. That's your 9-ball break. It's very complicated, but you're playing geometry on the table. You're chalking it up. Watch. You're chalking up really good.
Okay.
You put it here
how you hold the
Well, there's 5 fundamentals.
Okay.
Every single time you shoot, 1, you lay it flat. 2, you align your feet.
Okay.
So this cue has to be in alignment with your feet and with the shot. So 1, 2. You see how my feet are in alignment with the cue? So 1 is laying it flat. Always lay it flat. 2 is feet.
Okay.
3 is chin.
Chin.
You want the chin to be directly in the center of your eyes, like a sniper. I would say 1, lay it flat, 2 feet, 3 chin, 4 is build a bridge. So in this particular case, there's 5 bridges. There's only 5 bridges that I teach my students. And you can do whatever you want, but there's only 5 that I teach my students.
Okay.
One of the bridges is, if you lay it flat, thumb on the inside, fingers over top. So there's 5. One of the bridges is a thumb on the inside, fingers over top. And I'll do 6 o'clock draw to make the ball directly in the center of the 1. So I'm coming through here. Alright, we draw. to make the 9 there. That's your 9-ball break. Now, let's slow it down.
Sure.
There's 5 bridges. I'm going to show you the 5. Once again, lay it flat. 1, 2, 3, and you build your bridge. 1, 2, 3, and there's this bridge number 2. So bridge one, we'll just say 1 is where you play thumb on the inside, fingers over top.
Okay.
The second bridge might be where you play. Once again, lay it flat, feet, chin. Come in here. This is your second bridge. This is your second bridge. It's. If you want to come up here and look at it,
Sure.
these 3 fingers are spread out, right?
Okay.
They're spread out, and this creates a V.
Right.
Watch.
Oh, the V. Okay.
So the V is here. The Q is level with the table, but there's a V between here and here to where the Q rides. These give you the balance and the up and down. So if I want to shoot 6, I go down here. If I want to shoot 12, I go up. So this finger gives me the up and down. Watch, this finger gives you the up and down on the shot. So this is probably the second most used bridge is this bridge. I get it, I'm double jointed, it's a little easier for me, but you go up and down. Now, the most popular bridge and probably the best to use is this bridge.
Okay.
Which you lay it flat, feet, chin, come down, and you come in here.
Like a jeep, not a jeep.
So you spread these out as far as possible.
Okay.
This finger, once again, gives you the up and down on the ball. So this finger gives you 12 o'clock or 6. So if I lay it flat, feet, chin, down, this is the best bridge to use in the game.
Oh, okay.
This is the best, and see where my chin is?
Yeah, on your.
I'm seeing
line.
directly down the barrel, and when I
Right.
shoot, I let it connect, and then I come up.
Right.
Number 1 problem most people have is they jump when they shoot. You stay down.
That's what I did.
Watch. 1, you lay it flat. Feet 2. Chin, build a bridge, come in here. This should be your best and most popular bridge.
Okay.
Second most popular bridge is this bridge.
Okay.
Third,
So that's the first, the top one. And
Top
the
one
second
is-
that.
here.
Yeah, that.
Second is here.
That.
Third is here. Thumb on
it's-
inside,
okay.
fingers over top. Fourth is if you're
สวัส
on
ดี
the
ค่ะแม่ทิว
rail, you're on the rail, you lay it
That's a
flat,
hard one.
feet, chin, and you come in here and you put it here.
Oh, okay. That's hard.
Okay?
Who's
And then the other one is a modified bridge.
Modify, okay.
So you're taking any shot on a rail and you're coming, and you're basically using this bridge, but you're coming off the rail
okay.
and off the bridge. So
So
instead of
it's
coming
in-
here, you're using the bridge, you're using this bridge modified. Or this bridge modified. It's a modified of 1 to 2. So there's technically 4 bridges. The other one's a modified
Modify. So
of the
first.
bridge. You're using the rail
Okay.
to use, but statistically, if the cue's on the rail, you build your bridge around it. Thumb on the inside, fingers over. You're statistically going to make more shots here on the rail if it's on the rail than if you're off the rail. So lay it flat, feet, chin,
Chin.
build a bridge, and you literally come in here,
อันนี้เหมือนจะง่ายแต่ยาก
let it connect, and then you come up.
เดี๋ยวกัน
The higher, there's a fundamental rule. If you lay it flat, the higher the back of the cue, the higher this cue comes up in the back, the less accuracy you'll have. The
Okay.
less chances you will make that shot. So you think you're going to come here and you're going to go here, your chances are less because you're on a 45 or not even a 40-degree angle.
Okay.
You're not going to make the ball. Your highest level of accuracy is level. The higher you bring this, the less you're going to make that shot.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I'm not saying don't come up here and shoot it. Because there's a masse shots, there's jump shots, there's different types of shots. But if you bring this back of the cue up here,
Right.
you're not going to make the likelihood of you making the ball is less and less the higher you bring this.
Okay.
Okay, so
That makes sense.
So let's go back to the 9-ball break.
So that means like if you do like a very higher angle, like
So when I
that's
shoot
when
this
okay.
9-ball break, this is a 9-ball break.
Okay.
When I shoot this, I'm shooting once again in the box.
Okay.
Now, when you get a little more comfortable, you can modify what's comfortable for you, but somewhere in this zone. Right? Every single time you chalk it, right? I rotate, I chalk.
Okay.
Every single time I lay it flat, feet, chin, bridge. Come in here, come through the bottom of the leg, and I stay down.
Very, very strong.
Let it connect. Watch. Let it connect, and then I come up. So I get 2 balls in the break. That's good. But now I'm in the 1.
Okay.
Right? So the idea is, if you're playing a pro,
Okay.
number one problem on the pro tour for me was not dropping a ball on the break.
Okay.
Every single time you break, you have to drop 1 to 3 balls on the break, because if not, someone who's anybody who's any good is going to come in and run 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 balls a rack. So you have to drop a ball. So get yourself a break cue, practice your break, make sure you're dropping a ball on the break. If you do not, anyone who's any good is going to come in and run you out.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, that's why they rotate racks in a lot of tours and a lot of, at the pro level. Because anyone who's any good can run that out. So you have to get in the habit of having a good break cue, making sure you drop 2 balls, 1, 2, 3 balls on the break, and then obviously you need to follow it up. You know what I mean? So the next thing is in 9-ball, once again we're consecutive here. So we're playing 1 ball at a time.
Okay.
Now we're on the 1. We drop 2 balls. Now in league, if you're playing APA, or depending on what league you're playing in, each one of those balls counts as 1 point in different leagues. So we dropped 2. So that would be 2 points in APA, right? Now some leagues they're counting balls by points, and the 8-ball counts as 2 points. Some leagues it's all about just making each ball and whoever makes the 9. So there's different.
I see. Okay.
The game is to make the 9.
Okay.
But if you're playing league, they're playing by points.
Right.
Depending on if you're playing BCA or APA, or there's different leagues, they have different rules. You have to research what league you're playing in and the rules for league. So some go by points and some go by making the 9. So in this case, there's 2 down.
2 downs.
You have to still, but the rules are you play consecutive. So now we're on the 1. You have to hit the 1.
Okay.
If you do not hit the 1, it's ball in hand.
Oh, okay.
So anywhere on the tee. So the rule is make the 1 and set for the 2.
Okay.
Then make the 2, set for the 3.
Okay.
Make the 3, set for now. If the 9 goes in at any given time, like I play the 1 into the 9 and the 9 goes in, that's called a carom shot. It's a billiard shot. So you're playing the ball into another ball. If you do that and the 9 goes in, you win the game. But if you're playing tournament or for money, that's one thing. But if you're playing league, they're counting by points. So it's a different strategy depending on where you're playing and whether you're playing in the 9 or you want to run out the rack. So it really depends on the league and the tournament or what you're doing. But 9-ball's a little tricky. But the goal is to play each ball consecutive. So right now we're on the 1.
Okay.
Then you're on the 2. 3's down.
Yes.
4's down. then you're on 5 down.
Okay.
So then you're on the 6th, then you're on the 7th, then you're on, well, one, two, three's down, right? But you just play them in order, and if you can make the 9 at any given time, you win. But so right now, let's go back to. I'll step out and let you shoot the 1.
Okay.
And then what the goal is to not just make the 1,
Right.
but to leave for the 2. Now, if you can't make the 1, like this shot right here,
Right.
if you look at it, no, number 1, you're over top of the ball,
Right. It's
which is hard.
But
But if you can't make the
What
1,
about this way? No.
you have to hit the 1. You have to. You have to hit it.
Oh, so
Now,
it's like a rule.
it's a rule.
Oh,
You
okay,
have to hit the 1. Now, if you cannot hit the 1, or even if you can't make the 1 and leave for the 2, the next thing is to leave it to where I can't hit the 1 at all.
Oh, okay.
Or I can't make the 1
make
at all.
it difficult for another person.
Yes, so
Okay.
first goal is to make the shot, the 1 ball, and leave for the 2.
Okay.
If I cannot do that, I'm going to hit the 1, and leave it to where there's absolutely no way that you can hit the 1.
Okay.
Then I get ball in hand, and I pick it up, and I can play it anywhere I want on the table.
Okay.
So that gives me control. And
Right.
the more times that if I can make the ball, I make it. If I cannot, I leave it to where you cannot make it. Then I pick it up, and I have ball in hand, and I can run out the rack. So I can save you each time to where you have no shot, or you can't hit the ball.
Okay.
And then I just pick it up, and I'll run out the rack that way. So
So what about the cue? Is it you have so many cue? Are there different? Like,
they're all different. So
and like how?
this cue is laid down, so it's a 9-ball shaft. So this cue's the average shaft on a cue is a 12-inch diameter. Okay, this is 11.5.
This is good for any.
So it's thinner.
body?
So this is would be a this is
A bit shorter.
this is wood. This is not. This is
okay.
composite plastic. Or,
Okay.
but this one's a 12-inch shaft. This is 11.5. So the tip's larger. This one's smaller.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's
So this
larger.
is a 9-ball. I typically play with a more 11.5 shaft. So I get more action and I play more English.
So this is more like a regular to use?
In
or?
8-ball, I play with a 12-inch diameter. In 9-ball, I play with 11.5. But that's just me
You say in
personally.
April?
What?
In 8 balls.
In 8-ball, I play with
April.
a
ไป
12-inch
แล้วสงกรานต์
diameter shaft. In 9-ball, I play with 11.5 because I like it laid down because it gives me more English, more action.
Oh,
Then the tip's smaller. It's more. I played snooker in Asia, so it's a little different for me. Every player has to develop their own style and what they're comfortable with.
Okay.
But in 9-ball, I play with a laid down shaft. In 8-ball, I play with a 12-inch diameter shaft.
So let's say like for beginner.
This is your standard. This one is a modified custom shaft.
So you say like for the beginner, it doesn't matter if you are expert
In
or
the
beginner.
beginning, you're
Yeah.
probably going to start out with a 12-inch diameter shaft. Now, when you walk into a pool hall, the most important thing is everybody's always looking like going, oh, well, is the cue, is it level, they're always rolling the cue on the table to see if it's straight, and they're worried about the cue being warped. The most important thing is not whether the cue is straight or not.
Okay.
Most people think that in their mind, and that's important, don't get me wrong. But even more so important than the cue being straight is the tip.
The tip, okay.
So you want the tip, and typically there's 3 different degrees of leather, soft, medium, and hard on a tip, right? So typically you want the tip to be the circumference of a quarter. So if you had a quarter in your pocket, you picked up a quarter, and you put the quarter, it just so happens to be my thumb, is the circumference of a quarter, okay? So let's just go with the illustration. My thumb is the same
Right.
circumference of a quarter.
Okay.
You want the leather of the tip to be the same circumference of a quarter. So when I look at this, it's round like a quarter.
Okay. Right.
That's what
Right,
you're
right.
looking for.
Okay.
That's number one. Then you can begin to, when you find one on the wall that has a circumference of a quarter, okay, that's number one. Number two, then you find it and you roll it. Okay, you put it on the table and you roll it. Most house cues are going to be warped.
Okay.
They're going to bow. So you'll see it. This one's actually really straight. It's a brand new cue. It's not wood. It's actually composite. But this one is not warped because it's in my house. But it's actually a Q-Tech. Okay, and this is what I give the people come in and shoot with because this cue will not work because it's composite, not wood.
Okay.
So I anyway, it won't work. So you roll it.
Okay.
If there is a bow, you take the top of the bow. So the bow's this way. You roll it, you take the top of the bow, and you literally put your thumb where the bow is up, and you play the same spot on the bow every time. Then you can kind of, you are in control of how warped the cue is. You know where it's hitting every single time. You put your thumb, roll it. Oh, that's where the bow is. You put your thumb on the bow when it rolls up, and you can play the same spot.
Okay.
If you get a tip that's good, you can play a warped cue. And you play the bow because you're playing the same spot every time where it goes up, and you can play it that way.
Right.
On a house cue, you're gonna have to learn to play with cues that are not as accurate. But the tip's most important. If a cue is bowed, that would be the way to play the bow.
Okay.
Now, on a cue like my own, that's not bowed or warped. This is a custom cue. It's a little bit different. This is a laid down shaft. Gives more action, smaller tip. It's a medium leather tip.
Okay.
It plays different than a hard tip, like on a jump cue or a break cue. You'll have a
So
hard
does
tip.
that mean like you need to actually know how to play a pool a little bit before you're able to use this one? Is it that really?
Once you get to know billiards and you start playing pool, you'll be able to know what you like and you don't like in a cue. Initially, I recommend starting with a 12-inch diameter cue with something that is a mid-grade cue. But when you get the more you get into it, you'll be able to customize a cue. You'll be able to do but that's down the road. Initially, learn to shoot with what you have.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. Once you really get into the sport, you'll be able to customize
So
it.
let me share you about my problem. Like when we got the pool table yesterday, of course we did try it. Deb has no problem with like shooting whatever it is, right? I mean, of course he's not an expert of getting into the right position, but I did try and I kind of jumped the ball. You know what I mean? Like it's either it's go straight or go along on the table. It's just like jump on the table. No, I never did it. So
It's called a scoop.
okay.
And you came off the bottom of the ball. So let's do a little illustration.
Okay.
If you come into the bottom of the ball, okay, and you come underneath the ball, okay, this is called a scoop, where you're going under the bottom under the bottom of the ball.
Okay.
That's not legal. It's not legal.
Oh.
It's not, you can't.
No.
First of all, I came in the bottom of the ball and I jumped when I shot. Two things you never want to do. All right, so if you were to do a legal jump shot, okay, legal would be you coming off the top of the ball.
Okay.
So you have to come off the top of the horizon of the ball. So So to do anything legal, you can't scoop it. You can't come from underneath the ball.
Oh, okay.
It has to come from the top of the horizon. So if you look at this light where it hits the ball, there's the top half of the ball. See where the shadow is?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's the top, what they call the top of the horizon.
So it allows to hit at that part.
Above, we'll say above the center of the ball, like here's where the shadow is, you have to come off the top. So
Okay.
to do a legal jump, you have to come off the top of the ball.
Ah.
And your hand
Anger.
has to be below your elbow, your shoulder.
Okay.
So your hand has to be below the shoulder
Okay.
for it to be legal.
Okay.
And you have to come off the top of the ball. If you come underneath the ball to scoop, you're not, that's illegal.
Oh.
In a bar or a restaurant, or you'll see a lot of that. A lot of people jump the ball or scoop the ball or miscue. They hit low and they'll pull it.
Right.
But to do a legal shot, you have to come off the top.
I see.
And the hand has to be below the shoulder.
Right.
So it's completely different.
So basically, my problem was that I just hit a bottom of the ball, not the right
So
position.
once again, every single time you shoot, you have to, there's different points of English on the ball.
Okay.
And I initially tell my students that you have to play one of the 12 points of English like a clock. So every single time, let's just look at let's look at the ball. So 12 points. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes.
So every single time you hit the ball, it's a point of English. All right. Now, English. What?
First question. Where you get the ball with the number? Because the ball at my house has no number. I think I don't really.
Well, then
I'm
that
not
would be
sure.
that would be a snooker table.
Oh, okay,
So if
okay.
the balls are all like red, or like so in America they play a lot of 8-ball and 9-ball. So
Okay.
they're
So I just
numbered.
go on Amazon and just put
And-
9 balls and should.
Well, just in America, the balls are numbered because we play a more like 8-ball, 9-ball,
Okay,
one ball, arrogant,
Okay.
cutthroat. They play all these different games.
Uh-huh.
In Asia, they play snooker. In Europe,
Oh,
they play
yeah,
snooker.
that's right.
So you're playing with a thinner shaft, almost like what I shoot with
Okay.
in 9-ball, and they play. It's a different game, but they play. All red or they play solid balls and they play a different game. Some countries you'll see there's tables where they have no pockets,
Oh, okay.
and you'll see other
Right.
times
Right.
where they have
Yeah.
balls that are not numbered. So they play
Pocket.
different games in different countries. And so when you travel around, it's a beautiful thing about traveling, you'll find that they play different games in different countries. And a good player, we call a good billiards player, means
Okay.
you can play billiards games on the different types of table, different types of games, whether you're in the Philippines or you're on a snooker table or you're playing 8-ball or 9-ball or
Sure.
cutthroat or arrogant or one pocket, you're playing all these different games. When you play in Asia, they play different games than they play in America.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying it depends on where you're at, but you'll.
Probably in Chicago.
So in Chicago,
So it should be 8 and
8-ball
9
and
balls,
9-ball are the most prevalent games, and you'll find you're going to have numbered balls.
So I have to check. I don't remember if we have number, but maybe we might have number.
Yeah.
But anyway.
it's
So maybe
probably-
next time we both will fly over there to Chicago, so you can teach Dave. Basically, the table that you guys have might be snooker table.
I'm not sure. It's possible. I mean, we have similar table, but I think we don't have a lot of things that like standard. So let's see what we can top up.
Would you like to try to set up for her just one shoot to break all the balls for 9 balls?
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
So let's take this.
Let's see if we can hit the ball. The other problem I have is when I try to hit the white ball.
Okay.
It's
No.
like, it tends to be too soft.
Typically, I wouldn't ask you to break your own rack,
Okay.
but I want you to know how to rack, and I want you to know how to break. So let's just. What I'm gonna do is have you come here, and I want you to initially rack a 9-ball rack.
Okay.
So let's go with trying what you think is right.
That's how you teach me.
I remember number 9 is in the middle,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I was letting her do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to be
Thank
part
you.
of that.
Thank
Hey,
you, Coach.
it's my birthday now. You have to say happy birthday now.
Let's,
Happy birthday.
Day to me.
Happy
Good day to me.
Okay.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to me.
okay.
Okay. All right. So then hold on a second, and then you say that.
Well, this has to be on the dot.
Right on the dot. It's not on the dot.
I want you to get in the habit of putting your hands in the back of the rack. So
Oh, like this.
watch.
Okay.
I'm not, just go like this.
Ah.
See
All
that?
right. All right.
All right, let's try.
Small hand, but I can do
There you
it.
go. Well, I mean, you get the outside of the rack, but that's fine. So just make sure that one ball's in the center.
Okay, I see that. Okay, now
And
I
you,
see
you
it.
feel how that's frozen? All right, so then just kind of like, and then just kind of ease it off.
Ah, okay. All right.
Not see, I just ease it off of there, and then
Right,
just
right.
kind of pull it off. There you go. There you go.
Woo!
Ooh,
Now-
first step success.
Check that the 1 is frozen to 3 and 3 is frozen. That's not frozen, so re-rack it.
Oh, you like it. When you say frozen, is
It's got to be touching. When I say frozen, you want the 1 touching the 3. Go. Don't mess with that. Just go back and do the hand thing.
Oh,
that I
okay,
showed
okay,
you.
the hand
Yeah,
thing.
because that's going to keep it frozen. Feel that? Feel how solid that is?
Okay.
That's. A lot of times people will go like this, and they'll touch it. No,
Oh,
go
okay.
back. Go back and hit that like.
Oh, okay.
And you can hear it. If you push this up and this is frozen, you can hear it and you can feel it.
How do you
Now,
know the number
here's the
9 is-
here's the problem. If you continue to hit the cue ball into the 1, you'll eventually dent the table, which will make it harder for people to rack. So you don't want to continue to slam this ball into
Right,
that ball
right.
to see if it's frozen. Like you'll see a lot of people go bam, and they'll see, oh, it's frozen, and they'll touch it. The problem is you're denting the table. This is slate.
Yes, yes.
This is slate. And you'll put a dent in the table and you'll make it warp it to where it's harder to rack down the road. So don't do that.
Okay.
What you do want to do is exactly what you got, and you can feel that's frozen. Right
Yeah,
now.
it is frozen
Now,
up.
come off. There you go. And just lift the rack. There you. That's
Yay!
perfect. Look at it.
But, okay,
The 1's frozen to 3 and 3's frozen. These 3 balls are frozen. Now you can play the 9 inside
Okay.
because those are frozen.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back to the 9-ball break.
The 9-ball range.
Where did I show you? Come back over here.
มึงสอบตกไงพิก
Come on this side of the table. Once again, this is a break cue only. This is not a
right.
shooting cue. It's a break cue.
Okay.
It has phenolic tip. It's harder. It's
ช่วยใจนิดนึง
so
This one?
chalk it up really good.
Chalk
I want
it
you-
up.
Every single time you shoot, whether you're shooting with a break cue
And
or
you said rotate, right?
make sure it's chalked up really good.
I never did it.
So look at it in the light. All right. When I do it, watch. When I do it, I look at it in the light. I'm coming across the top of it, and
Across the
I'm
top.
rotating it as I come across.
Oh, okay.
See it? I'm rotating it each time. So by the time I go full rotation on this, it's completely blue.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm
okay.
taking this, I'm coming across the top, and I'm rolling it. And I'm rotating this every time to hit a different point. So by the time I'm done, it's
It's all blue.
completely blue.
Okay.
You want to do that every single time you
Okay.
shoot before you shoot any ball. Every single time.
Okay.
อ่ะ
Now.
พิก
Now,
สู้
where's
สู้
the 9-ball location I taught you earlier? Pull that out. Remember remember the diamonds where I told you to play in the box? You remember?
Oh, here. And
Yeah.
then over
All right.
there.
So pull that cue
Okay.
ball back. Pull the cue ball. Grab the cue ball and put it
จับ
where-
ลูกบอล
ใช่ไหมตรงนี้
in the box. Remember? Watch.
in the box
Right.
box here.
Right.
Box here. The
And
diamonds.
a little bit more on this
Inside.
side.
Okay. In the corner of the box. Okay, so we're using the diamonds,
Right.
and you're just playing. Look at the box. Watch, and you're playing in the inside of the box. That's
Okay.
fine.
That's
Fair
it.
enough.
Here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you're hitting directly into the one. Where do you hit it on the cue ball? What point of English? There's 12 points. What point of English we hitting?
Where the shadow I think I don't know
What point, Raha?
What point of English on the cue ball?
9
No. One second. What is number?
No, not on the balls in there. What point of English are we hitting on the cue ball?
90 degree.
No.
I don't know what it is.
Okay. So watch.
Sure.
What is the answer พี่ชอน
Actually, it's not that yet.
6
o'clock on the ball. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Remember
That's
we're
what
hitting
we're talking about.
6
Sure, yes, 6
on
o'clock.
the
That's
ball.
correct. That's
You're
correct.
hitting the one, but you're hitting 6 o'clock on the ball.
Right.
All right. So first thing, lay the cue level. Watch. No, leave the cue ball. Five fundamentals. Remember, every single time you shoot, what are the 5? Lay it flat.
First,
Lay it flat.
left
สามีฉันเปเวอร์มากค่ะ
Just put no. One thing at a time.
แต่ว่า
You're getting way ahead.
Oh,
First
lay
thing,
it flat.
lay it flat.
Like
Is it
this.
on the table? All right.
Yes.
Second feet.
My feet has to be aligned with the cue.
Yeah, but are you shooting there? No, you're
No,
shooting,
I'm shooting here.
over there.
Right.
So one flat, 2
And
feet.
then my chin.
Well, now look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Watch. No, go back.
รู้แล้วใช่ไหมว่าทำไมฉันไม่เคยเล่น
2 feet.
สามีฉันเป๊ะมาก
If you take this and you put it on your toes, is it
No,
touching?
it's not.
Is it touching
Yeah.
the one? Is the cue going from the cue ball to the one?
No,
If
it's
you
not.
all right, so that's
Okay.
the goal is
Yeah, like, yeah.
your feet in alignment with the cue. Okay.
Okay, this is good.
เออ
Okay,
อ่ะ
this is good.
1 flat, 2 feet,
Feet.
3 chin,
Chin.
chin,
ก้มค่ะก้ม
all
ชิน
down, chin.
ไปเลยเออ
One fist above the cue. One fist. Come down.
Okay.
Come down. Chin.
Down, chin.
There you go. Chin. One fist above the cue.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
watch.
okay.
On the table,
And the hand.
feet,
6.
chin,
Okay.
then bridge. So here's the catch. Your bridge.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
There's 5 bridges.
Okay.
Now, 1 flat, 2 feet, 3 chin.
ไม่ตรงกันละนิดนึง
Your hand.
Okay,
There's
my
5 bridges. Remember? From here,
ต้องได้
I want you
เอ
to
อ you
put
can do it
thumb here
Oh, yeah, that's right. And my hand.
and
is right there.
fingers here.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
yeah
That's all right. Yeah. And I want you to hit
Try. Can I do
low
it now?
6
Low.
o'clock.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Can I try again?
Watch.
Okay.
Watch. Every single time.
Alright,
Put it,
try,
go
try.
through the steps again.
Yes.
Watch.
Okay, I'm
One.
right now.
What's 1? Tell me what 1 is.
What how you call it in English?
Sam.
Huh?
Sam. Let's see.
1 2 3แซม แซมปะนะ1 1 11
No, it's like a flat.
flat yeah
Flat. Okay. Flat.
2.
Two.
Foot. Like foot aligned with that.
chin
Chin.
And then chin go like 1 foot up.
Yeah. Now this, I want you to always remember, this needs to be at a 90-degree angle. So you're good. You're good.
Oh,
So
okay.
this actually should be here.
Oh, okay.
You want this to be L.
Oh, okay.
Because when you're hitting,
Uh-huh.
whether you're going forward
Oh,
or
by
back,
that look
you
how
want this
one.
to be a pendulum. So this never
Oh,
changes.
okay.
So that stays at L. So that's
Oh, okay. That's easy.
cute. Yeah.
It's easy to
So
do.
watch. Feet,
Feet.
level,
Level.
L, chin.
Okay.
Chin.
Oh, chin.
Yeah. So when we put this here, okay, let's
Yeah.
just say here.
Yeah.
This on the table?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Try.
Wait, no, I didn't ask you to hit it. Because we still didn't have the bridge, which is
Oh,
the
that's
problem.
เห็นไหม
right.
คะ
Okay, hold on. Let me
So
do
watch,
that.
watch.
ท่าทุกท่าไม่เป๊ะ
Watch.
คุณจะทำอะไรไม่ได้
One,
รู้หรือยังคะว่าทำไมมาดามสู
one.
บ่เฮด
Okay.
One,
1,
two.
2.
When I say 2, I flip, I mean 2.
Right, 2.
So watch. 1, 2, 3. My arm is at a 90-degree angle, LL. Then I build a bridge.
Oh yeah, because my beat wasn't correct.
Your bridge is 5. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
There's only 5. Watch.
Okay.
Once again. 1,
1,
2,
2.
3,
Okay, 3,
4,
4.
5.
Okay, 5.
There's only 5 bridges,
Okay.
and every single time it's one of those 5. Alright, so let's go back to the fundamentals. I'll rack them.
Okay.
Actually,
Sure.
you rack them.
Yeah, you hold that. สนุกดีด้วยแก
อือหือ
จะมาเอาตีรู้ไหม
นะ
โอเคนะ
โต๊ะนี้มันอยู่บ้านฉัน
อ๋อโอเค
คิดเอาแล้วกันบางทีตี 2ปลุกเมียขึ้นมา เอามาเล่นเป็นเพื่อนหน่อย
เดี๋ยวนะ
ก้าวอยู่ตรงกลางมึง
ก็นี่ไง
When I know that this is the rules, or to have the 1 in the front and the 9 in the middle. What I coach you to do, once again, is place the 2 on the side and 3 in the back. And you don't have to do that, but
ความใฝ่ฝันของแดดดี้ล่ะคะ
นึงนะคะ
จะสอนให้ฉัน
but
เข้าไป
I
แข่ง
would
ขัน
recommend.
I want to do it like right at my hand cannot get it
There you go. Remember.
นะ
Watch.
ทำไมวะ
Watch.
ข้างล่างไงข้างล่างไง
Watch.
โอเคโอเคโอเคโอเค
Just look.
โอเค
See how frozen it is? Watch.
right
Anywhere I grab it.
โอเค
Just do it like this. I can take it anywhere I want.
โอเค
It's frozen.
Okay.
To watch.
right
You look like
See?
expert in casino baby the way you roll
Watch.
it's like you work in
See how it
casino
rolls? See how solid it is? Watch.
อือหือ
โอเค
Push up, or just kind of roll up, and then just roll up.
เออเอาจัด
โอเค
นี่
It's frozen.
ถ้าอยู่ที่บ้านสามีก็จะเก่งมากเรื่องเล่นไฮโลนะคะสูงต่ำสูงต่
See?
ำดูทรงแล้ว อ่ะน้ำพริกสู้
I can do it guys
You can do
I
it.
can do it nothing in the world I can't do it
อย่าลืมนะเลข 9อยู่ตรงกลาง ไม่งั้นพี่ก็จะออกมาด่าว่าไม่ถูกต้อง
ไม่ถูกต้อง
มาสันประเด็นยิงจากที่ลูกสีขาวนะ
อันนี้เขาบอกให้ทำอย่างนี้เดี๋ยวนะโอ้ยทำไมฉันทำได้เหมือนเขาวะโอเค
มืออ่ะหมุนเหมือนอยู่คาสิโนสิหมุนเหมือนพี่ชอนสินี่เป็นไงคะท่าได้อะ
บอกว่าโต๊ะกู มึงทำโต๊ะกูพังโอเคได้แล้วค่ะได้ที่ 1ตรงนี้นะคะ
รออาจารย์ก่อนถ้าอาจารย์ออกมาจะได้ทำทีเดียวเสร็จมึงไม่งั้นไม่ปล่อยแน่
เฮ้ยแต่โอเคเข้าใจแล้วอย่างนี้มันอยู่จริงๆนะเว้ยมันอยู่จริงนะเนี่ยขอดูตรงกลาง
ก็เขาเล่นมาตั้ง20 กว่าปี 30 ปี
โอเคมากเลยอ่ะเดี๋ยวนะขอ triangle จริงๆจังๆอ่ะ stable แล้วอึ๊บ
พี่ชอนคำเร็ว
Okay. Alright, so
ๆ so look
โอเคปะโอเคไหมคะ
beautiful. That's a
beautiful
great.
move เร็ว
เดี๋ยวใจเย็นอุ้ยmove เดี๋ยวนะขอโทษตอน move ไม่ได้ถูกผิดโอเคเอาใหม่
ๆค่อยถอยมือออกแล้วก็ยกจากข้างล่างอ่ะยกไอ้ตัวฐานข้างล่างอ่ะ
โอเคได้ละ
อย่างนั้นอ่ะ
โอเค
เอามาที่นี่ย่างมาทางนี้ย่างมาทางนี้
Now, typically, I would never let you. I would rack and you would break, or vice versa. So you wouldn't necessarily break your own rack.
Okay.
But in this scenario, I want you to get comfortable with racking, and I want you to get comfortable with breaking. So typically, I would rack and you would break,
I see
or vice versa.
Okay.
So in this case, I'm gonna let you rack it just so you can get comfortable with that, and then I'm gonna have you break it as well,
Okay.
because it's important for me to have you get comfortable with the break. So where does the cue ball go on a 9-ball break?
In the
Can you
box.
tell me?
In the box.
In the box.
Correct.
In the what?
In the box. Where is the diamond? Right there.
Okay, great. Now, which one's the break cue?
Which one is the break cue?
6
Which one?
degree, 6 o'clock.
I didn't say where you
Which
hit
one
the
is a-
ball. Which one's the
อันนู้นอันนู้นอันนู้นเนี่ยอันนี้
And have like what do you call
the chalk?
Chalk.
there.
chalk first ใช่ไหมคะ
Very good.
Alright
Very
go
good.
to the light so you can see ก็ไม่อยู่นะ
Very good.
ก็ก๊อปปี้อยู่นะ
นะคะ
เออ
Alright
เฮ็ดให้มันเป็นวงลีวงลีเออ
rotate ด้วยนะ have to be blue ใช่ไหมพี่
This has to be blue. Everything on there.
ไม่เห็นจะ blue ให้เลยอ่ะแกอ๋อนี่ไงมาแล้ว
blue เออ
Blue, da,
Why does it
booty,
really-
บู
booty.
ดีบูดีบูดา
Why
บู
does
ดี
it
บู
go blue for me
You're doing perfect. You're doing a great job. Perfect. Okay.
เอาละช็อกที่เบิร์ดแล้วยี่แม่ถูนั่นละ
I don't know what kind of blue you want
5 things every single
Alright,
time.
okay.
Every
Okay.
single time. What are the 5?
First of all
ไลท์ ไลท์
nine
Very first thing is
food
very first.
this
Every single time. Very first thing. Q level, right?
Q level yes
Okay. Second,
second on my feet
feet.
อ่าฮะ
Third.
third chin
chin one
Chin. Where's your chin? There we go.
ไปเลย
Okay.
เออ
Sniper.
sniper
Chin. One
bridge
piece above the Q. Okay.
and this is L is
Yeah,
good
At 90-degree angle.
okay that's
Is
good
Right?
and then the
And then build the bridge. So on this particular one, this is what we were missing last time, is the bridge. Okay, so there's 5 bridges. With this particular shot on the rail, let's just bring it a little closer for you to make it a little easier with this bridge. We want the thumb up here on the blue.
the thumb on the blue so I have to move in a little bit
There you go. Okay.
okay
Because the shorter the distance, the less room for error.
okay
If everything's tight and compact, there's less wobble. There's less room for error. So
Okay,
keep
okay.
everything tight.
okay
There you go. Perfect. Bring the fingers over top. Touch.
touch
You wanna
touch.
you want everything, these two touch, this touch, this touch, everything touch. Where's your chin? Your chin.
yeah.
Where are your feet? Chin,
Right.
feet,
Okay,
elbow.
feet still
Remember,
good.
don't lose.
Okay.
Now, touch here, touch here.
My chin.
Chin, no, chin in the center.
In the center.
Okay, like your eyes.
Oh, my eyes.
No,
Okay.
chin over here.
Oh,
For
shit.
chin. Yeah, look, eyes down the center.
Okay.
Okay.
มันเหนื่อยวะ
Okay, watch.
Okay.
Stop. when I say,
เหนื่อยละ
โอ้ยพี่ชอน is getting late
no,
It's okay.
but watch. When I say here, you need to be here.
Oh, have to be like,
Like-
straight.
Your chin
Focus on the target.
and your,
Bing, bing.
you want to look, this wants to be directly between your eyes.
โอเค in the ดัง
So when I
In the
lay
dark.
here, watch. When I lay here, flat, feet, chin, bridge.
oh
I'm here, okay, to where it's directly between my eyes.
Okay.
Okay. The only reason I should be any higher is so I can see over my hand. That's why you're 1 fist above the cue.
I see,
So
I
when
see.
you can see above you want to be able to see the tip.
Okay.
And if you're down here, you can't see over your hand. So you come up here just slight enough to see the tip of the cue.
Okay.
So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah.
Sniper.
Sniper. Yeah, same strategy.
อ้าวเร็วๆรีบท
เอามาแล้วแล้วไป
1,
ตรงนี้นะ
Two.
1 2 3
4. No. Alright. Finger.
ปุ๊บใช่ตรงนี้นะขยับนิดนึง
For now,
โอเค
I'm on the inside.
อ่ะ
Fingers over top.
อึ๊บ
Come back over
Come
here.
back.
That's good.
โอ
Good.
เค
Here.
ตรงนี้นะขยับนิดนึงโอเค sorry พี่ชิ we have to move a
Don't
little
be
bit
sorry. Okay. Okay.
okay
Now, 6 o'clock, hit the 1.
oh it's down again oh, I don't know
Right.
why I jumped it
Okay. So you hit, that's called a miscue.
miscue
So when you hear that sound and You hit like that, it's called a miscue. So when you hit the ball, it has to connect. Watch.
Oh.
I'm gonna show you. Let's do this. This.
เดี๋ยวเราเซฟเป็นวิดีโอนี้ไปลงยูทูบก็ได้
พี่ชอน I'll give you 5 more minutes I'm getting tired
Okay.
Thank you
คือฉันพลาดเองแล้วฉันยิงลูกที่จบก็คือจบแล้ว
Uh-huh
โอเค
Racked. Tight. Soft. It's good. Down. Put in the box. Right outside the box. Right on the box. Feet.
โอเค
Chin. Feet. Chin. 90. Thumb. Fingers. Thumb on the inside. Fingers up top. ยอดอ่ะผมสองลูกไม่เคยพลาดจริง Now, look how many balls dropped on the break.
ๆอ่ะฮะ
Two.
Yeah,
So
two.
every
Two,
single
so 2
time-
points
Every single time you break, you want to drop at least 1, 2, 3 balls in the break. Now, I'm on the 1. Now you'll take your shooting cue, not the break cue, and you'll be on 1 ball. So I chalk, once again, every single time, chalk the tip, rotate, chalk, completely blue, shaped like a quarter, down, every single time, flat with the table,
right
feet, chin, 90, come in here, build a bridge. Let it connect, and then come up. Now, I didn't make it, but the point is I didn't jump when I shot.
right
I didn't pull. Every single time. Watch on the next ball. Chalk. Rotate. Lay it flat. Feet. Chin. Build a bridge. Now, where's the 2? I have to look for the 2. There's no 2. I gotta come back for the 3.
โอเค
So. And that's the miscue. So I hit the cue with the cue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be technically in a league or tournament you would have ball in hand on that. So that's a foul.
But I think it's because of you.
But the basics are the fundamentals. So every single time, level, feet, chin,
Right.
down.
It's foul Are we done for tonight?
Yep.
Okay Thank you พี่ชอน By the way it's my birthday Just count 1 to 5 for wifey
No.
In Thai 1
sorry.
1แล้วก็อะไร1อะไร
Sorry,
พี่ชอน
sorry.
1แล้วก็อะไรพี่ชอนเร็ว
It's
ๆ1 2อะไร
sorry, babe.
พุ่นอ่ะ
I haven't.
เป็นยังไงคะน้ำพริก
อุ๊ย
สามีสอน
เก่งมากค่ะ เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้รับรองทำได้เลยเนี่ย เชื่อเลย
ค่ะ
เดี๋ยวกลับไปนี่โปรเลยอะสามีอึ้งเลยค่ะว่าเฮ้ยทำได้ไง
เดี๋ยวคราวหน้าจะบินไปชิคาโกไปสอนถึงที่นะ
ดี
คะ
มากค่ะก็ขอบคุณพี่ชอนมากค่ะ ขอบคุณนะคะพี่ชอนที่สอน my
คือ
teacher my teacher
Are we done for tonight guys
We're done.
Okay thank you Bye guys thank you for watching ขอบคุณครับ1แล้วก็อะไรพี่ชอน 1แล้วก็อะไร1ถึง5 1 2 3 4 5 Please tell him here's frog in the who's it Jennifer
Happy birthday
Thank you